Good evening. Welcome to DeWitt 3D Canada this fine Sunday night. There is a good chance, do I have audio? Are we not playing? Let's see. I'm just checking a few things. We do have audio. The audio sounds terrible. Why is the audio sound so terrible? Let's see. Okay, so we have a few people on. Let's just have a quick look. I just lost my, there we go. hello. Okay, so hey, it's Tor is on. Edward Durantes is on. The Ranch Kid, MG Longshot, Jeff Thorson, and who else? Let's see, is here. Brent Ferguson, Andrew Humphrey, Cliff D. Welcome so far, everybody that's here. Hopefully, I am getting some audio here. Let me just double check. I think I have the wrong audio source selected, but let me just double check and see. Mike, yeah, I've got the wrong. There we go. That should be a little better. There is a possibility that this, yeah, the sound, it should start to sound better now. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, there we go. That sounds a lot better. There's a possibility this mic may die on me tonight because it was charging, although I had the end plugged into the receiver, but I realized just going prior to streaming that my USB plug wasn't plugged into the actual power plug. So we're going to get going right away, and we're going to get as much as we can out of this microphone. Usually it lasts the whole stream, 3-4 hours, but again, it hasn't been charging. Good luck to me and my brother in the Super Bowl. You look just like Andy Reid. I do? I'm not tough enough to be a football player. Trust me. I don't even know. And yeah, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I totally forgot. Hey, Mark. Hello. I totally forgot it was Super Bowl Sunday. So there we go. Anyways, let's get going on this. When we left off, I had forgotten to print a few parts. I had forgotten to print these parts here and for the trays and these little parts, but we got them done. And there's no big secret or mystery in how to put them in, but so we got those done, and we ended up completing the frame part. So we got the frame all complete and put together. So I kind of like the color scheme. Looks really good so far. So yeah, there we go. Pretty cool. So we got that put together. We'll just put that off to the side. Oops. And then we're going to work on, I'm going to need this hammer, so I'm going to pull this hammer out from behind here. We're going to need this hammer. I'm going to work on the extruders. Now, last time we were on, I was also saying that the extruders were giving me a little bit of a problem with turning, and I figured out what was going on with those. I don't need shims or spacers in them. What the problem was is I wasn't getting... There's that camera. It wasn't getting these bearings in far enough into this hole. So what I did is, prior to putting it together, I just took this plate apart off, and I took the bearing itself, and I actually forced the bearing further into that hole. And now these extruders are now turning nice and freely, all of them. So that's that. My desktop camera is giving me a trouble, so I have to kind of do a little magic when I'm going to go switch off to that camera, but that's okay. We can work on that when it happens. And so for some reason, there we go. My display is working, and every other camera is working. I may just end up bringing this floor camera over as an alternative to that other camera that stopped working on me, so we can keep an eye on the stuff that's going on here on the desktop. So let's just do that right now before I get too far into it. And of course, oh, it's just not zoom. Oh, I see what's happening with that. I've got it zoomed in way too far. So I want this camera to be kind of pointing down at what I'm doing here, but I don't want it zoomed in that far. So we're just gonna, or is that zoomed in out as far as it'll go? That is zoomed out as far as it'll go. So we're going to have to back that up a little bit. There we go. That's kind of what I want there. And then we'll focus that a little bit, just because I'm having trouble with that other one camera. Nothing ever works the way it should. I tell you, there's Always seems to be some difficulty. I really need to one of these days, and I will one of these days. I need to upgrade one of these cameras to something that's a little better, a little more autofocus. There we go. There we go. Very echo audio. Echo audio. I wonder if this, let's see. See what's going on. Audio is pretty good on my end so far. Okay, so to continue on, we are at this point right here where we are going to, so we're just going to skip to the previous. We've assembled these, we've put the screws all together, and we've run the filament through to give it a test. Now, what's it saying? Insert a piece of filament, ensure the drive gear is okay. And we've already used it. The Loctite came on the little grub screw. So we don't have to worry about applying Loctite to the grub screw. And we've got everything all set up to that point. And now we're at this point where we're going to put the couplers in the ends of these things. So, hello. Hey, DaVinci 10. Hello, hello. Radioactive RC Scale is here. Hey, it's Tor 78% done with your first working print. Oh, cool. I can't wait till I get to start printing on this, but I do need to, I am going to need to work on my hot end for that first. I got to get everything switched over and get that printer. I get the 2.4 on the bench, and then we got to work on the hot end and yada, 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 and then all the firmware. Oh, so much to do. Well, let's get hammering. Hammer is ready. Hammer is ready, and my hammer assistant tool is ready. Although I don't think I used the, yes, I did use the assistant tool. So let's go ahead and get some of these couplers inserted. For those of you that are here that are new, it's something new. Pinned at the top of the chat and in the description of the video, there is a link to go ahead and enter to win a roll of Polymaker Filament. I'm just going to open a couple windows over here to get ready for that. So go ahead and hit that link and enter your name and information it asks for to win some Polymaker Filament. I think the entry form is allowing multiples again. Yes, it is, and I'm going to work on that. Just enter once, but I am going to work on that. I'm still struggling with that. So it is what it is for now, but I will not allow multiple entries on the wheel. Trust me, that won't happen. And yeah, and obviously you tested it to know it is, but that's all right. That's okay. So I'm just going to quickly go over here, and there's a way to disable the multiple entries on that thing. And yeah, so actually don't, if you've entered it, I'm going to ask you not to enter it right now. I'm going to ask you right now, just give me a second. And it's going to be a pain, and it's a good thing it's allowing multiple entries, because I am actually going to, bear with me 1 second. We're going to go ahead and go like that. Now, okay, if you've entered, go ahead and enter again. Enter once only. Okay, I just cleared the list. I have just cleared the list. So if you're going to go ahead and enter now, but enter once only. And I will be checking for doubles as we go. So there we go. And it is cleared. Okay, perfect. So only enter once, please. Please. I was scrambling to get the audio going, and I didn't get these 3 windows open that I need to get open to do the draw later. So I'm doing it now. Where's my login, my account? There we go. Oops. There's that. And we're going to sign in. Yada, yada, yada. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Oh, where's my... Anyways, we'll worry about that later. Let's get to building. Hey, Papa Way. Hey, Low Sync. It's cold down here today. This is cold down here today. Anyways, let's go ahead and get some couplers started. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of hammering. Going to be a little bit of noise, forewarning. I love live streaming for these reasons. Okay, that's not right. Okay, we'll worry about that after. Okay, so right now we're going to go ahead and pound some hammer, and we're going to get all these into all 4 extruders. So let's go ahead and we can use this one to show what I am going to do. We're going to come to the edge here so we have a flat surface. And that looks a little out of focus there. Oh, I wish my other camera would work and cooperate with me, but that's okay. It's whenever I switch to the one camera, it switches to the wrong one. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're using this as our flat common thing. And just like that, that works perfectly. Now this one might be a little trickier because I need a flat surface to put this one on. So we're going to see, let's see if I were to put yeah, I'm going to get another one of these. Let's see, I've got a yellow one here. Yeah, that'll work. And then if I get that, and then I just need something to cover this while I hammer. So I'm not hammering plastic. So it's been a while, but I have to ask, how many days without an incident? A lot of days without an incident, Steve. A lot of days. And then we have our cover piece here. A lot of days. Ugh. Well, unless you call that an incident right there. But, so let's see if I can't just do this like this. How do you balance this thing? I don't want to hammer down on this one. Oh, you know what's going to happen? You know what'll help here? Hang on. This will help here. This will help here. So let's back this up. Let's raise that up a little bit there. There we go. So now if I grab a cloth, and if I put this in here like so, let's just close the vise up here. There, that's going to help. Almost there. I don't want to clamp it too tight because I don't want to break anything. There we go. That worked. There we go. So that worked. That one's flat down and that one is flat down. So, and there is no damage to the part. Everything's still working. Okay, 1. Let's get number 2 going. How's everybody doing? Okay, first one's easy. Yay and yay. Switch over here. Watch me hammer time. Actually, I wonder if this is a little just there we go. Is that focus now? That's as good as we're gonna get out of that camera. Okay, that one's into the vise. into device. Make sure I'm not clamping that wire over there. Okay. Okay, and that one's in. Okay, well that works out pretty quick. The way it's working that way works great. I like it. You want another one, get the next version out of the kit. So obviously it works really well. Good, I'm excited. I'm so excited to try this and get this going. I'm a little ways away from doing it, again, because I'm only doing this on my Sunday lives. I'm so tempted to continue building during the week, but that's not fair to my viewers. They want to see me, all my screw-ups and mishaps. And there we go. Great. Tim the Tiger. Great. It is great. Oh, almost. I don't know why, but getting the belly in there to hold it kind of helps. It makes things better. And there's number 3 down, and last but not least, number 4. Okay. And we got a lot of these couplers left over, so obviously there's more coupler pounding to do after these ones too. So, okay. That's there. Okay, last one for this part. I just don't want to tighten this vise in here, crack. So, whoops. That fell way out over here. Oh, got it. Okay. Stop. Don't fall. Don't you dare fall out. And number 4. Perfect. Good. I wish I'd get this camera working. Damn. But the overhead's working too, so I can show you this on the overhead camera too. But they're all in nicely now. Okay, 4 of them are in. Let's take this off the bench for now. Handy little device to have. Quick on and off the bench little vise. I'd like one that's a little bigger, but this is perfect for most of the projects. 1 2 1 2 3. 1 2 1 2 3. Okay, that's going to have to do for now. That's going to have to do for now. This mic died. As I said, they were plugged in to charge, but the other end of the USB wasn't plugged in, so they did not charge. I'm going to plug these in and charge them again right now. Meantime, we're using the mic off of another camera here. I hope it doesn't die. So far, it seems good. Let's just plug these into the charger, and maybe in a half hour or so, I can put these back in and have the proper microphones on. They are both plugged in now for sure. Okay. Good afternoon, Will De Silva. Hey, Dwight, I have a new Christmas song for you. Dwight was going to be Practice Is Mine. Silent Night, yeah, I know. So those pieces they're talking about, I did get all the supports out of them already. We have 1, 2, 3, and number 4 is right there. Oh, I didn't get the supports out of the 2 of those. Or did I? Oh, I know what I did. I printed extras to show you the support removal method that I used. Aha, because I remember watching Modbot Army struggle with these parts to get his supports out. And I thought, let's see how it works for me. So we have these parts. Okay, so we have these parts here. I'm going to switch over to this other cam. Dum, da, 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 and we're going to go boom and like just like that. So how I remove these. So this is the part with the support removed. And there's the part with the little support in it, with that little tab in it. So for me, I basically, first thing I did was break that, wrong one. First thing I did was take this little nipper here, break that tab off, because that tab was kind of useless anyways, to help remove that support. Then I took a pair of, what do you want to call these, whatever kind of pliers you want to call these, a pair of these things, okay? And then I just muscled it and gripped it like so, and just popped it out. Just squeezed really hard and popped the support out. So maybe you don't even have to break that tab off. All you gotta do is just take this, muscle it like so, and pop the support out, just like that. Easy peasy. Although that last one, I think oh no, I didn't break the part. I thought I broke the part, and I didn't break the part. They're all good. Yeah, but we have 6, and we don't need 6, so we use 4, and we'll put two aside as spares. We have lots of spares. Channel locks. Yeah, okay, that's what these are called. Channel lock pliers. These things come in handy for a lot of things. I'm a channel lock plier. Okay. Yeah, I know. Grow up. I don't want to grow up. Okay. So we have those. So let's see what's next. Let's go ahead and go to the display and pull up the instructions. So we remove those. Now we got to insert the idler. Assemble the idler, placing 2 needle bearings in the idler gear and sliding a 20mm pin inside the assembly. Note that it's time to lubricate the needle bearings. Firmly press the idler assembly into the gilder as shown. Mind the orientation. So we have the gilder this way with the 2 holes on the left and the teeth of the idler on the right. So we'll just keep this picture close and up front like this so that I know exactly the orientation we're doing it in. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do that. So with this kit, you get you get all the idlers, which are right here. It's here and here. This guy and this guy here. There's 3, number 3, and number 4 is right here. All these parts here. Now, somewhere in this mess of messes, there is a little tube of lube that they provided with this, and I'm just going to find that little tube of lube. Where did that tube of lube? There's the tube of lube right here. Grease. So it's look at that little LDO label, grease. Grease. Grease is the word, is the word. Never grow up. I'm never going to grow up. Grease is the word that you heard. Oh, and it's even already, it's even already, you know, pre-cut open grease bottle. Cool. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. Dang, I wish I knew why that other camera wasn't working. Oh. Okay. So this is going to go like this. So let's go ahead and open one of these packages. So there's the idler. There is the bearings and the rod. Matter of fact, let's just open all these packages. We're going to do this 4 times. What flavor is it? Oh, I think it's banana flavored. I'll check when we go to I'll check in a minute and we'll report back the flavor of the grease. Okay. I can't open these little stinking little, or made me a liar. I hate these little tiny Ziploc bags. They're sometimes tough to open. Okay, there's the pin and the bearings. Yeah, I'd rather just, not that I'm going to save the bag, so I'd rather just tear them open like a madman and get the parts out like so. Hey, Jose. Okay, that's it. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure I'm not throwing anything out that I shouldn't throw out. Okay, now we get the grease. So let's go ahead and we're going to switch this up again. I hate having to do this, but it is what it is. Now we're going to get the grease, and you want to know what flavor the grease is? Let's just see. Get a little bit of grease on the finger here. No, not banana. I'd say it's more like it's got a little coconut, maybe coconut flavor to it. Hey, Jack Black, let me wash that down. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we will start now. If you think I did that, just play that back and watch closer. It's that old switcheroo trick. More whiskey. Okay. This camera. Now we're going to put a little bit of grease. I watched Steve's stream, I think it was, for this, or was it Modbot? I don't know, where we're going to put the grease in the barrel. There we go. And then when we push the pin through, it greases up and down the barrel. There we go. And then same thing, we'll put more grease in this little guy. Doesn't need much. And then we'll push this through. And now that is lubed up better than, what can I tell you? Then we'll put these inside here, like so. Okay, and then the orientation, let me just switch back over to that. I believe I said the teeth to the right with the 2 dots to the left. There we go. The 2 dots are on the left. So you look at that. 2 dots on the left-hand side so the teeth go on the opposite side of the dots. So like this and like this there. And then we push that down. We didn't hear the gratifying snap, but they are in. They are fully in. You can kind of see on that side and on that side that they are in, and we have movement. Okay, so we're just going to do that 3 more times. Okay, so we'll get a shot of grease in that. Let's get a shot of grease in all these bearings. Whoops, too much grease there. It's shot out the other end. You never have too much lube, though. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe you can. Okay. There we go. And that one, and one more. Why do I hold my breath when I do that? Is that just me? And now we got to find the lid to this bottle, which is right here. Okay. Mike Talbot, hello, hello. Okay, now we take our little rods and we insert into the bearing and we go back and forth, make sure we are distributing the grease, and we have a lot of grease here. Oh, do we ever have a lot of grease here? That's okay. I got my little orange wipe cloth here to wipe the grease off. And we put that inside the idler. There we go. Teeth to the left, gear to the right. Snap it in. There we go. And that one is in place. Number 2. Okay, 3rd. Second to last. Slide that in, get the grease all over. We're good. Yeah, I think I put too much grease. That's okay though. And put that in the idler. Okay, and that one's in. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to wipe some of the excess grease off of these things there, off the ends. Really, I don't need it on the ends. I just needed it in where the bearings were. There we go. Okay, and last one. Ooh, look at that lube. Look at that lube. There we go. And this one, lots of it. Okay. Put this in the idler. And into the piece. Like so. And snap it in, and we are good. And we'll just give this a little wipe too to get rid of the excess lube. Okay, there we go. Those things are well done. Okay, next. Here. It's me. Okay, so the next item up for bids is we have, now we're going to put in a M3x30 screw. As shown, do not over tighten this screw. The gilder should still be free swinging. Okay, so it wants us to take, let's go back to this, which is my face. Yeah, of course. But we're going to lower this because you don't want to see this the whole time. So we're going to go back down. There we go. So we're going to take this, goes like this, and this part goes in like so. Like that. I like the color combination. It's a nice little color combination. Just subtle change of blue and teal. Okay, and an M3x30. So let's find those screws, M3x30s, which are right there. 4 pieces, M3x30. I think it's just backwards for me on screen, not you. I've got to, oh no, this is fine, my right. No, I got to switch my screen thing here. For some reason, mirror my camera. I don't want to mirror the camera. There we go. Now I can actually see what you guys are seeing. Okay, so M3x30 screws. See if I can get this bag open. A little slippery, got a lot of lube in my fingers. Okay, we have 4 of them, just enough for the project. Okay, so, and I'm going to need this little, if I'm not mistaken, it's this guy right here. Yes, so that goes through there. And it says, do not over tighten this screw. The gilder should still be free swinging. Okay, so we're going to put that in, and the gilder is free swinging. Okay, so I've got the screw and I've snugged it, like two finger turn to snug it. Gilder is still free swinging, like so. Okay, so it's good. So that's 1. We'll get number 2 in here. Make sure the Gilda Radner is still free swinging, okay? Anybody remember Gilda Radner? Okay, put that one in like so. The Gilder. Nobody remembers Gilda Radner? Huh. I think she was in the movie with Steve Martin called The Jerk. It was either the SCTV crew or the Saturday Night Live crew she was in. But then again, you got to be old as dirt like me to remember her. Andrew Humphrey does. Dave Walton, yeah, Saturday Night Live. Okay, these are going in pretty nicely, actually. And these are allowing me to snug that screw up pretty good, where the Gilder is still moving nice and freely. Oh, that one's a little bit, it's going to take a little, there we go. A little bit so that it just moves freely like so. And the last one, throw that in. Whoops. Silly Gilder. The Ranch Kit, of course I do. Yeah. Last Gilda Radner we're putting in here. And looks like that one's good. Okay, and then we got this one. Oh, what's wrong with this one? Look at this. Okay, I got to show you this. I got this new glue. It's wood. It's for wood, but it also works on plastic. And I can't stress enough how freaking strong this stuff is. Oh, hang on, let me switch. Let me go. Let me do this. I can't stress how strong this stuff is. Even if I were to grab my big channel lock pliers, this is a sort of a break in the action. Even if I were to grab my big channel lock pliers and try to separate this piece. Let me grab my other ones. Oh, we'll grab this other piece. Okay. And then, oh, just because I know some of you people out there glue your pieces together. If I grab these two pieces and try to, I can't get this apart. I broke the plastic before the glue broke, before the glue came off. I actually broke a layer of plastic off there on that. So, woof, that's, yeah. Anyways, really good glue. If anybody likes to have glue on their models. What glue is this? That's the glue right there. It's called 2P10. Come on, focus. 2P10 professional wood formula adhesive. It's a nice thick jelly glue, but boy does it work. Oh, and it comes out as a thicker gel, so you don't have to worry about it running too much. And within 5 minutes, it's set, like even maybe 3 minutes. Is that the sign of a good glue or poor layer adhesion, Brent? No, it's not poor layer adhesion. Trust me, it would have broken a lot quicker. And I also glued these two little pieces here together as well. And there's just not. See, the piece broke before the glue failed. So, yeah. Anyways, I just thought I'd share that because I was really impressed with that glue. So enough about the glue and on to what we got to do. Hey, that rhymed. Is that a CA derivative? I have no idea. But you can look it up on Google. 2P-10 glue on Amazon. You'll find it. Okay, now we're going to put our little springy doober thing in here. Tensioner. There we go. It's called a tensioner set. Until the spring engages fully, turn 2 1/2 turns further. Then if we go in like this, then we're going to do the filament test. And the next one, insert a piece of filament through the extruder and adjust the grip by backing out the anti-squish screw. What's the anti-squish screw in here? Oh, that's that other second screw. Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was there. Here's a helpful video by Dr. Dave on setting squish appropriately. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. So for now, we're going to grab our 4. Let me get the camera back down. What I need to do is hang on. I'm going to make this real easy by doing that. Because I'm having an issue with switching to this camera to the other one. I'm going to do that, and this will allow me to. Well, what is going on here? More effects, view. There we go. I'm going to add 3 of those. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to come here and go. Okay, look at that. And then if I go up like this, bear with me, so that when you want to see my face. Oh, no, okay, I see what's going on. Okay, anyways, let's move on. So we need these 4 adjustment screws, spring jobbers, Rosanna Dana. And these are branded with a nice, with the Box Turtle logo. Look at that. And we're going to do these, and it says specifically to thread the tensioner through the gilder until the spring engages fully. Okay. Now, fully engaged spring, in my opinion, is fully tensioned. Fully. Looks kind of, I wonder if I got there we go. And a fully engaged spring. Okay. We'll do that on all 4. Okay. Or does that mean just until the spring is engaged? Anyways, we'll do that. There we go. Number 2, and this is number 3. Not fully squished, just so that it's in use and not loose. Oh, so engaged, but not fully engaged. Okay, this one, let's just check. That one's, some of these heat insets looks like they went a little crooked. Oh, there we go. That helps. That's down. There we go. Oh, not fully squished, so engaged. So, boom, we're engaged. I get it. Then they should just say until the spring is engaged. And there's the spring engaged. And there's the spring engaged. Does it say? Yeah, it says gauges fully. See, I'm a literal person. Like, to me, fully engaged means you're fully squishing your spring. Now, if you just say engage the spring, it means, okay, now that I'm tightening, and we have some spring, and the spring is engaged. Okay, but thank you for that, Tor. Okay, so we have those done. Now let's go ahead and see what they're talking about here when they say insert a piece of filament. Let's look at this video by Dr. Dave. Do we have sound? Hope you can hear that. Okay, but that's Yeah. Okay, so I kind of get the idea there, and that's kind of how I do it, anyways. Let me go back to my there. Okay, so I kind of get that, and basically, you don't want the filament to be able to ride through freely with the gears with the gear held, but yet you want it to be able to just. Anyways, you guys kind of get this. So let's just go ahead and have a look at this first one. So we're going to put the filament in. We're going to back this off. There we go. The filament's through. We're going to back this guy right off. Okay, holding the gears. Actually, I can't pull the filament through at all there. There we go. Yeah, I can pull it through now. So we're going to snug this up a little more. Still got it. Getting there. Just to a point where it's really nearly impossible to pull that through, but when I let go of the gear, it'll go through that no problem. The gear is turning. I can feel it's engaged. I'm not overly squishing the filament. I can just see a tiny, tiny little bit of ridging happening where it's hitting the teeth on those idlers. Okay, and I can tighten that up a little bit more. And that's the reason. You just want a nice, easy flow through. Just like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and try these other ones now. I'm going to back this right off. Put our piece of filament through. Okay, we're going to try the same thing here. Okay, snug this up another probably 2 turns, and that's nice and smooth now. Everything is turning, there's no skipping. Okay, number 2. It's a quick process once you get a feel for it. I did the same thing with the tool heads on the Vorons, right? So it's a very similar process. Just enough that it doesn't strip. Exactly. So I want to back it right off so it's obviously too loose, like that. And I think I did 2 turns. 1, 2 turns. Still a bit. I'll go 1 more turn now. There we go. It's the type of thing you get a feel for. And we are not squishing filament, and we are not leaving any filament behind. And last one. And again, obviously, this can be adjusted as needed as when it's in practical use. So I back it off until I can still pull it. Then we do our 3 turns. 1, 2, 3, and then a little snug. For me, it's just a feel thing. Okay, good. That is those. A just head. I'll put these other things away before I lose them. Hi, bonjour. Hello, bonjour. Bonjour, ça va? Comment ça va? Ça va très bien? I don't know French. Don't get me started. Let's go ahead and look at these instructions again. Why is my mouse? Oh, Tim. Oh, it's because I'm on the other monitor. That was funny. View. Okay. There, now we got it working. Okay. Now we've done that. Place the stepper motor onto the extruder housing, secure with M3x8 socket head cap screws. Don't forget the M3 washer on the adjustable side as shown. Okay, we have an M3 washer, so we'll go in here. So they're saying don't forget this washer. And then we're going to adjust that so the wires are going up and away to the right of where the adjustment screw is. Okay. And we're going to use two M3x8s, and we only have the one washer, it looks like. There's no washer down there, just a one washer up top. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get these parts going. Okay, the motors are... Okay, where did I put the motors? Just gotta find the motors. Oui, ça va très bien. Aha! Oui, ça va très bien. I think I have the good vocab down. Where are the motors? Where are the parts for this thing that I took out of the box? Did I not empty everything out of the box? I did. I'm just going to switch this over while I look for this. I put them somewhere where I wouldn't forget where I put them. I just got to find the motors. So when I did the unboxing, I put everything in a strategic place. Too strategic. Oh, I think I found them right here. There they are. Got them right here. 4 stepper motors with a package of salt in them. Or is that pepper? Pepper for the stepper. 1 motor, 2 motors, 3 motors, and 4 motors. There we go. Styrofoam in the garbage and recycle the boxes. Okay, don't forget, let's see if we, have any entries in that draw yet. Do we have any entries in the Polymaker Filament giveaway draw? We have 20 people entered. Cool. So there is a entry form in the pin to the top of the chat or in the description. Go ahead and put your name and enter if you'd like to win Polymaker Filament. Enter only once, please. Pretty please. And thank you. Okay, so let's do that. And we're going to switch back down to this one. Okay. Okay, so we have this. And they want to use M3x8 and M3 washer. M3x8 socket head cap screw, which is these ones. So these are M3x10s, M3x6. So process of elimination. There's the M3 washers right there. And the M3x8s are where? Hardware for wheel. That's not what I want. I seem to be missing my M3x8s. Oh, there they are. Right there. And then we have the M3 washers as well. Okay. Okay. Hey, Ballador. Is what a bed slinger? No, this is a box turtle. Turtle, turtle, turtle. Okay, so we have a motor, which is going to go on this side. Wires are going to come up this way, like so. And the reason we need a washer up on this end is because we're going to be able to adjust the position of the motor to put it in contact, proper contact with the gears, and you need that washer to have that little bit of to allow for that easy motion when you need to adjust that motor to come in contact with your main drive gear there. You meant the thing beside your TV remote. Oh no, this is a heat insert press. Mind you, it does look like a little bed slinger, doesn't it? So we need this one washer. Okay, let's get my M3x8. That's going to need my blue wrench, which is right here. No, blue. And we'll put this in here, and we'll get this first. We'll get this first one in. Oh, that's got to come through the other side. What am I doing? That's got to come all the way through this hole right here. Okay, so that's screwed right through from that side onto here. And then this one here, we're going to put the washer on it. Like so. And like so. Okay, we'll get all of them in that position, and then we'll worry about the adjustment, which I'm sure is going to be the next step. Okay. So let's pull 3 more washers out of here. One. I hope I'm using the right washers, but I think I am. These are M3 by 7 by 0.05. It just says M3 washer. I'm sure these are the fine washers to use, although we have more, and I just dropped them. These are the only M3 washers I saw in the kit, so I think we're okay. And then my M3 by 8s were right here. Right here. Need 6 more of these. Yeah, I got 2 different heat inset presses. I want to build one that run on linear rails, just for fun, and see how I like it. Someday I will. Okay, through this hole and into that hole. Okay, and with the washer, replace the wheels with a linear rail. Yeah, I could alter this one for sure. There's one out there, and I forget what it's called. It's a scratch build. You can buy the kit for it or whatever, but I think I have all the parts I'd need to do it. I have extra linear rails. I have extra everything. There's the second one. There we go. I have so many spare parts of everything you could think of. Okay. I lose a washer. There we go. I'm back. That was a minor. I think it's that 4th mouse button that I really hate on this mouse. Okay, and one more here. One more to go. Don't forget, fill Fill out by the, yeah, I saw you lost me for a second there. What's that? It's this mouse I don't like, but that's the first time I've done that in a few streams, actually drop out of the stream. Okay, and this one, then we'll do the adjustments. I'm sure the next section is going to talk about adjusting the motor into the correct spot. Okay. Right there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and switch to the other screen. There we go. Okay. Backlash adjustment. Ensure the backlash between the stepper gear and the 50-tooth gear is set appropriately. Secure the adjustment screw as shown. Here is a helpful video by Dr. Dev on setting backlash appropriately. Now, I know how to do that. I can watch it, but I don't think I need to zip tie the motor wires to the extruder body as shown. And then a friendly reminder, you need 4 extruders in total to assemble the box turtle. Before you move on to the next section, sure you have 4 extruder units. We are going to do 4 extruder units for sure. So for the backlash, now I've done this with, I've built many extruders, as you all know. So let's get back to this better view right here. Basically what we need to do is we just make sure this bottom one's just loose enough, not too loose, that I can go ahead and adjust this. And what we're looking for is basically when you loosen this top guy here, this allows me to move the extruder gears in and out of that 20-tooth gear. And what I'm looking to do here is, now the way I do it is I take a piece of filament, I'm going to run it through, and when this thing is too loose, you're going to hear you're not going to feel any resistance. When this thing is too tight, you're not going to be able to pull your filament through. If it's in between loose and tight, you're going to hear a little bit of a gear meshing going on. So we don't have a lot of snow up here in the last week. We got a little bit, but not as much as you would think. Let me cut a piece of filament here to do this little test on these 4. Oh, there's a piece there. It came out voluntarily. Look at that. Gotta like when filament volunteers itself. Please replace that Marvo mouse with something good. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, let's put the filament through here. Yeah, I can feel that gear engaging already. Let me actually loosen this right off. I'm going to loosen that right off, get the filament going in here. Oh, the tip of it's bent, that's why. It's catching. There it is. So now with this gear backed right off, I can pull this real easy. The gear's not even coming into play now. I'm going to move that up till I just feel it touch, and I can see it, and I can still, just till I feel it touch. Now the motor's engaged, but it's a little too tight. I want to snug this up because it's a little too loose. There we go. And I just want to back that off just a hair more like that. Now I'm getting engagement by the motor, but it's not too tight. And I'm not stripping gear. So I'm going to call it good right there. I'm going to snug that one up. And I'm going to snug this one up. And I feel good about that. Right there. Yeah, that's the first one. That's the way I adjust these anyway. Everybody has their own methods, right? So we're going to back this motor off completely here. Just loosen that just a hair, a little more. Back that motor off completely. 11 inches in the last week in Idaho. Holy crap. Wow. This is the one thing we did get with February hitting is we got cold. January was great. February hit and it got cold. Okay, so nothing's engaged there. We're going to go up about, let me look and see where that one hit. That one engaged about, not quite a half, about a third of the way. So we're going to go up about, oh, this one's probably too tight down here. About a third of the way right there. It's a little too much. So we'll back it off just a hair. And this is something that all of you guys that have built these things, you know, you get a feel for it. And I think I'm going to just tighten these up because I'm pretty sure I am good right there. I am good right there. Yep. Okay. 80 Fahrenheit last week. Brent, shut up. I haven't heard of the HGX light extruder. No, I haven't, Belladar. We were minus 20 today. So I really appreciate you bringing up your 80 Fahrenheit crap. That's okay. You know I joke. Okay. Okay, and we're going to do about the third here. I'm going to basically use about the same pressure I've used on all because I think these are pretty consistent. Yep. We are good there. I am Western, Jeremy. I am Calgary, Alberta. The big city of Calgary, Alberta, with over 1 million people. Just nestled, just near the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, south of Edmonton, south of Red Deer, and right about there. I think that's going to be good. We are good. Okay, good. Those are adjusted. Okay. Now it wants me to get some zip ties. Fancy schmancy zip ties. Let's get these elastics off. You know what? The best way to get an elastic off is to cut it off. Just don't cut your wires. There we go. Just don't cut the wires. Okay. Or let's see if I can get it off without cutting. There we go. Okay. For anybody just coming on, let's see, 46 people. Let's get some entries in that Polymaker draw. The link is at the top of the chat or in the description of the video. We will be doing the Polymaker draw in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes time or so. This one I'm going to cut off because it looks like it's in a... There we go. Okay. Let's grab our fancy schmancy zip ties that we got, which I put somewhere again. You've got to use the colorful zip ties they provided, right? Because otherwise, you know, it'd just be messed. They don't suggest any specific color zip tie to use here. They just show a black zip tie. So we will use a black zip tie. Let's take my little knife and we'll cut that open. You saw the BT kit had a lot of colors for the zip ties. It does. Look at that. It's like a colorful. So it shows black. So we'll use black on this. Not that I have to, but I don't know. Black is black. Whoa, just need 4 of those. Okay. So it is showing coming out of the extruder and down like so. So we will get the zip tie going through the little zip tie hole. Oops, this way. Come on, get through. Okay, you're supposed to work. You're supposed to go right through and come out the other end voluntarily. These are really, really flimsy zip ties. Let's see. There we go. There we go. So we'll do that. We'll get the zip tie going. Actually, I'm going to pull that right down. Get the zip tie through and give it a little bit of a cushion there. Not much, right there. There we go. Almost as good looking as the picture. Almost. Okay. Come on. Pull through, you SOB. Come on. There we go. Is it hypocrisy that you're doing an all black turtle? No. That's okay. Heck. Whatever floats your turtle boat is what you got to do. Okay, turd zip tie. Come on, get in. There we go. That one went so much easier. Oh, yeah. I like it when things cooperate. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of slack. My goal is to have really, really nice wire management on this build, unlike some of my Vorons. And one more to go. Oh, yeah, you're going to be a stubborn one, aren't you? It's got to get a grip on you. There we go. And there we go. Perfecto. Yay. Okay, tell me this is going to do. Why are those two cameras getting themselves mixed up? Can you please tell me that, somebody? There we go. Every time I try to switch this camera and this camera are sharing the same thing for some reason. Oh, I wonder if I check, it's got to be a Stream Deck thing. Let's just see real quick, because it's very annoying. So desktop is desktop Insta360, which is the right camera. Oh, I wonder. No, it's just really strange. Anyways, okay, not going to worry about it. Anyways, okay, so we got the 4 extruders built, and I think that's the next step is going to be mounting them in the case. We will see. Your first Voron 2.4 had no skirt and wiring was hanging out the bottom. It was ugly AF. There we go. Me doing my wiring was right. Wiring right was one of the reasons my printer of Thesaurus is extremely reliable. Printer of Theseus. Yeah, why I'm anal when it comes to wiring management junk sometimes. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little more anal with wiring. It's tough when you have really tight spaces to work in, though. Okay, we have finished that. 16 of 16. Next section. Looks like stop, sanity check. Check the fit of the MRZ bearings on the 80mm shaft and use a drill and sandpaper to fit this too tight. Okay, I know we're going to get to that section. Okay, now we are going to be doing respoolers. Ooh, before you start, you'll need 4 respoolers in total of assembly. In total, to assemble your box turtle, you can build 1 at a time or all 4 at once, which I like to do. Just make sure you have 4 before you move on. We will remind you again at the end of this section. Okay, so these are the parts that we're going to need for the respoolers. Frame right, frame left, motor mount times 4. Okay, frame right, frame left, and motor mount. Let's find those parts. They should be in this box right here. So we have 1, 2, that's a frame, left, left, that's right, that's left, that's left, and that's right, and then 4 motor mounts, 1, 2, 3, I have 5 motor mounts because I always print extras, just in case. So I'll show you these parts. I want to see what these parts look like. The parts came out beautiful, actually. Let's just switch back. Oh man, I have to go manually switching these cameras. That's all right. There we go. So here's how these parts came out. The only messy part in some of these is a little bit of overhang up top here, which I may have to clean out. But otherwise, these things printed extremely clean. Okay, and then this is the other one. Again, a little bit of the overhang up top there, but otherwise extremely clean. And then you have the motor mounts. Are nice and clean. I see where we got to put some more little couplers. So you're really good at wiring. You shove it in, and put a cover over it. Okay, so we got these. So we got the parts. We need. Let's see. Okay. Then we got to remove some supports. Looks like breakaway support. So I didn't even notice that they had supports on them. Oh, okay. So breakaway supports. I assume that's what this is here. Let me grab my handy dandy channel pliers. So this guy right here. Oh, there we go. That came off real easy. Okay, so these guys got to come off. Oh yeah. Oh, that one not so good. There it is. Okay. Here. There we go. So that's what it looks like under the support. And last one of this. Okay. And then the other pieces, they have supports. It looks like, oh, right here. Right here. There we go. Good job on the built-in supports there, Box Turtle. Oh, they just almost don't even have to, no effort, just that's it, that's it. Wow, they came off real easy. Okay. Do it on a resin with translucent resin. Interesting. I don't have resin. I don't have resin. Okay, so we removed all those supports. And now we're going to, do some heat inset. Yay. Oh, we need that part up there. Okay, so let's go ahead and heat up the heat inset press thingamadoober here. Let's go back to this camera here. And there we are. back to this camera. Okay, plug in the let's plug the heat press in, and let's get some heat insets. Hardware for wheel. And there's some more heat insets right here. Turn this on, get that heated up. There we go. This is the fun part where we get to press some heat inserts. We need 4 of these pieces too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I print a spare of these? I didn't. I just printed 4 of those. I print spares randomly of different parts. With a good resin, it can be worth the extra effort. Yeah. I don't. I tried resin printing once. It wasn't for me. It just wasn't at the time. But you never know. Where is my little magnetic tray? Here we are. Grab my little tray here. Throw my heat insets in it. And if I have more, I think I dropped a few of these. If I have tons of these. If I need more of those, so let's get this heated up. And I'm going to take a quick peek at where these are going to go again. So it looks like 1 on each side of the motor mount, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and 1 on that top piece. Okay, so each side of the motor mount. Oh, that's not the motor mount. This is the motor mount. 1 here and 1 here on the motor mount. Now, that's not going to sit flat. So I'm going to have to ensure that that sits flat. And I can do that. Actually, will my other heat press be better for this? No, it won't. Okay. I'm going to eyeball it. I'm going to eyeball it. Okay, we have 52 people on stream. Thank you very much. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed to me. I always have to say that. It's an advertisement, right? Let's see how many entries we have so far for the Polymaker draw. We have 20, no, it's going to be more. Let me refresh that. We have 37 entries for the Polymaker draw. Awesome. Awesome. And we're going to get the wheel of things ready because we're going to do the draw in about 7 minutes. Let me just get this wheel ready for the draw. My account, sign in with email. Yeah, let me just sign in and get my wheel. Yeah. You don't need my first and last name. I've already got an account. Oh, maybe it's because I got to sign in with Google. Oh, maybe that's why. We'll just use the standard wheel. Doesn't seem to want to and refresh. Okay. Okay, I will just use. I can't get my customized wheel to come up, but no big deal. Okay, this should be hot enough now. I'm going to kind of hold this level with my hand and try and get this in as straight as possible. There we go. You can kind of tell when they're going in good because the heat insets, they turn as they go in. It's almost like they screw in, and it's perfect. Okay. And this one. And again, with a good heat, you don't need a lot of pressure. So it should go nice and level. There we go. Okay, those 2 are in. Howdy ho, Kenneth Davis. We're just doing the real exciting part of putting heat insets in. I don't bother with the close-ups on these anymore because, man, everybody and their brother has done these. Well, maybe not everybody's brother, but, you know, everybody and another. Okay. And this one. That looks good. So basically, we're just putting 1 on one side of the motor holder and 1 on the other side of the motor holder. No tear held there. And I don't need 5 of them, so we'll put one aside. I had a spare one here. Oh, by the way, I've started printing another basketball. The one that's behind me, you see on the shelf just over my shoulder, the bright orange ball. I did that at 0.4 millimeter nozzle. And apparently you do a 0.6 millimeter nozzle and the bounce is higher. So I've got one printing right now out at the office. It's a 0.6 millimeter nozzle. It's a 74-hour print because I'm using a little smaller layer height than I did on this one too. A few of the recommended settings. So I'm interested to see how that works. What if we have no siblings? You know, Ballador, you ask the toughest questions. Everybody and their brother. Everybody and their neighbor. Go bang on all your neighbors' doors. I guarantee one of your neighbors has seen heat insets put into something. Although, mind you, prior to 3D printing, I'd never heard of these things. So, shows you the limited life I lived prior to getting into 3D printing. I would never have the guts to try any of this stuff prior to getting into this hobby. I was not very creative or very mechanically inclined to do this kind of stuff. 3D printing has taught me a whole lot of stuff. It's great. Okay, so we need it in the bottom of the holders. So this one here, they're going in the bottom where I took all those. I'm definitely going to have to get some more of these heat insets out of my kit because I keep doing that. Keep doing that. So let me just grab a few. Where did I put them? Right here. Grab a handful out of there. Call me a cheater. I don't care. 3D printed bowling ball with the designed internal supports for counter. That would be cool. Can you imagine 3D printed bowling ball? Okay, I should be able to get this one to sit flat. Good. See, that one didn't turn as it was going in, but it still worked. Oh, just be careful you don't touch them. Ooh, they're hot. My mic should be charged pretty good now. But I think if you guys can hear me, I'm just going to leave it like this for the balance of the stream. I honestly don't even know which mic is picking me up right now. I have no idea which mic is on and picking me up, but obviously you can hear me fine. So I'll just let those charge and we'll just keep doing this. 6:30. Okay, I'm going to finish putting these heat insets in. As soon as I finish all these heat insets, we'll do the draw. We will do the draw. So enter if you haven't entered the Polymaker draw yet. There is a link in the description and a link pinned at the top of the chat. It might actually close at 6. No, it doesn't close. Yeah, the link might close at 6:30. No, it doesn't. It says it does, but it won't. So go ahead and enter if you haven't entered already. Ignore where it says the link closes at 6:30 because that was not my intent. My intent. We have 52 people watching the stream. 52 people. You know what I mean. Okay. Going through these things pretty quick, so we'll get to that draw, and then everybody can go ahead and do what they want to do for the balance of the night. We're just going to go for probably another hour or so. That is a terrible heat inset. Why is that in my kit? There we go. Da, da, da. Need some music while I'm pressing these things or something. Da, da, da. Just check during halftime. Who's winning? Who's? I don't even know who's playing. Tell I'm a big sports fan here. I know there's 2 teams playing, and we don't get the American commercials up here in Canada, which is a shame because I know some of the commercials during Super Bowl are amazing and funny. Okay, a little bit further. Okay, one more on these. Early 24, Kansas. So the Philadelphia Eagles, is that right? Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Royals, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a big fan of football, so I just think it's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Royals, if I've got that right. The only time in the world cares about American football, and it's only because of the commercials. Eagles and Chiefs. Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, cool. I got it half right. My business partner's into football. He likes the Steelers. He's a Steelers fan. These ones are a little trickier because the angle. Okay, I think that's okay. There we go. 3 more to go, then we're going to do our draw. And I'm going to download the spreadsheet, enter it into the wheel of names. And 2 more to go. Chiefs. Obviously, were the Eagles favorited? I don't know who was favorite. Like, who's favored to win? What are the odds? What are the Vegas odds? I guess. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. I've never been to Kansas City or Philadelphia. I've been to a lot of states, but not those 2. Okay, we are done. I'll turn this off. Watch, I'll flip to the next page, and there'll be more heat insets to go. You watch. Oh yeah, of course. Let's turn this back on real quick. There we go. Of course, there's more heat insets to go. Let's just flip ahead just to see. And we're going to be putting some of those things in, putting some of those things in, and those. Okay, so we just got heat insets for these. So we're going to have 1, 2. Okay, we're going to stop right here for a minute and go to here, and we're going to do the draw. Let me just get the draw ready. Draw is closed. I'm going to close the draw. Let's leave that heat pressed on. No starting fires. We have 56 people watching on the stream. We have, let's refresh that, and there are 41 entries. Awesome. I'm going to talk about closing the draw. I'm going to open my Excel spreadsheet, and then you are going to enter the draw really quick if you haven't entered the draw already. Okay? So that's your thing. Top of the chat, there's a link. In the description, there's a link. And if you haven't entered the draw by the time I close it, so sad, too bad. But there we go. You don't want them to win, but there is no fun in a blowout. Chiefs are favorite. Yeah. Close games are better. I've watched Super Bowl games and I've watched Grey Cup games, right? CFL. Sometimes I'll watch them if I have a chance and I got nothing better to do, but hey. Okay, let's refresh this one more time, see how many names we have. We have 41. Okay, I'm going to export that now. Let's go see. And I'm going to look for duplicates. And we're going to do this. And we're going to do a table. And we have the YouTube name. Look at that. Look at all these. So we're going to download Excel. There we go. It is downloaded and the draw is closed. I'm going to open the file I just downloaded with all your wonderful names on it. Open up. Open up. There we are. Look at that. And I'm just going to do a quick check for any duplicates. I do see one duplicate there. I'm going to delete the duplicate. And I'm going to do another quick check. It's very easy to check for duplicates in the spreadsheet. It looks like we just had the one duplicate, which wasn't too bad. Awesome. Thank you guys for just entering the one time only. Are you a Twitch subscriber? Two people say I think so. That's kind of funny. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, we're going to copy these names. Okay, we're going to copy. Okay, and let's get back onto the screen here. Okay, and let's get over to the wheel of names now. I don't know why my branded one's not coming up, but that's okay. We just need to see this. Here, let me move me out of the way so you can see the names. Let me move this over to this side. There we go. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to paste the names in. There's everybody's names on the wheel. Okay, we have 41 entries, and I have not seen, oh, I do see one double there. We're going to take him out, and I think that's the only other double we have. I'm just going to go down and look because the names that are double will be right beside one another. And I do go under here, and I say display duplicates. No, we don't display duplicates, so we lose. So now we do have 40 entries. 40 entries, no duplicates. Okay. Data brokers would pay good money for that list. There we go. I will never sell my list. Okay, somebody give me a number. I'm going to take the third response, a number between 1 and 8. And that's how many times I'm going to mix it before we spin the wheel. A number between 1 and 8. Third one is the one. 5 is the first one. Orange is not. 7 is the next one. And 7. We have number 7. What is today? Today is February 7th? No, 9th? What's the date today? That's a shame. I should know what the date is today. It's February 9th. The number was 7. So let's spin it, mix it up 7 times, and then we're going to spin. And good luck, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here we go. Good luck to everybody. And let's spin the wheel. Who's going to win some Polymaker Filament today? Oh, I just about marked, but it is Ryan Thorpe. Ryan Thorpe. Are you in chat, Ryan Thorpe? Ryan Thorpe, are you in chat? When did you fill the wheel? Tin I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there, but you filled it out. It should have been there. I'll have a look and see. Ryan Thorpe, there we go. Okay, we're going to do that. Tintalon, I'm going to see if your name is in fact on the wheel and email, and I will email you and we'll make that up to you. Congratulations, Ryan Thorpe. You are the proud winner of a roll of Polymaker Filament. I have your email in the form that you filled out, so I will be getting a hold of you tomorrow with how you can claim that. And congratulations on that draw. And again, I'm going to look and so Tintalon said that he filled it out. His name did not show on the wheel. I'm going to look into that, Tintalon, and make a note right now. Okay, I'm going to make a note. What's going on? Okay, and then we'll see what time you did that. Okay, well, thank you for understanding, and I'm going to look into that, and we'll make sure that something happens here. But yeah, I don't see your name on the wheel there, so let's close that. Let's have a quick peek here and just see. And I'm wondering if it was near the end when we closed it. You might have got in there last second, possibly just after I closed it. So let's just see. If I go to this, this shows the order that the names are put in here. Okay. Don't see your name on there. I'm gonna check closer tomorrow. I will check into that tomorrow. Hmm. I haven't seen this before. The side of this mouse button has two buttons that I can tend to click. I don't know how to deactivate these buttons. I swear I'm going to rip this mouse apart and take those buttons out with pliers. Or I could just get a new mouse. I do have one of the bamboo mice here somewhere. So, anyways, um, let's go ahead and do some. Since we have that drawdown, Ryan Thorpe, nice, great winner, Ryan Thorpe. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and find these other pieces, and we were going to do a little bit more heat inserts here before we wind up. And I believe those pieces that we want to use are these ones right here. These are accent color pieces. And I believe I ran a lot of extras of these too. There's there's two per, so there's going to be 8 of these in total, 4. And it's like going through a Halloween candy bag here, 5 for your favorite chocolate, 6, but they all look alike, 7, and one more. Oh, there's 2 more. Told you, I always use spares. And I think that's the only ones. Yeah, 2 more. So we did do 1 spare. And again, these things printed out nicely. So these ones for the heat insets. Let me grab another handful of these things out of here, because I'm going to probably need a few more of these. You ever have too many heat insets? Okay. I'll sit down in the bouncy chair. You can configure that mouse however you like. I can't figure out how to configure those buttons on it. I can't. Anyways, maybe I need to download the software for that mouse, something like that. I know. Okay, so these look like they go in a little deepish. Where is the? There it is, right there. So these are what we're doing right here. So let's zoom in here. Yeah, these go in a little bit deepish into the sizes. There's 2 of them, and there's only the 2 holes in the part. Love these instructions, by the way you can just rotate and get your different point of view of these things. Okay. So these then are going to drop in, and then carefully. Oh, that just fits. Ooh. The knurled part of that press just fits in there just perfectly. So you're not melting the sides of the holes. And then these, you got to kind of straighten these out. Got to kind of get these in. There we go. And I think that's good. Don't need that one. That's a spare. Put that off to the side. 6 and 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're good. Fantastic mouse comes with both wired and wireless. Logitech G502. Logitech G502. I'm going to look into that. Oh, let me make a note down here. Logitech G5. Recommendation. See, I like Logitech products. Gotta admit, they make decent webcams too, but I don't use their. I started out with Logitech webcams when I first started streaming, but I don't use them anymore. Use a few different brands. Okay. I do want to get one. My goal one day, I can't afford them right now, but my goal one day is to get a nice Canon DSLR for streaming. I want to get a little better quality streaming cameras and an image than I've got here. Sort of like the other makers have. A lot of them use Canons, but I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a streaming camera. But you know, one day when I can afford it, I will upgrade to a better camera or better cameras. I'll win the lottery someday, and then you watch out. And yes, if I ever won the lottery, I would continue streaming. I love doing this because I don't do it for the money. I do it for the hobby. Evening 3D Experiments. Welcome to the stream. Do you have a late note? Just like, you know, if you're late at school, you need to get a late note or you need a pass to get in class. Or I'll send you to the principal's office. You have an ambidextrous mouse and constantly hit those buttons also. Yeah. Ambidextrous. You know what? I envy ambidextrous people. I give my left arm to be ambidextrous. I hear footsteps coming down the stairs. I'm going to finish this one heat inset, and I think we have a little guest. Why is this not working? Something's happening here. Hang on, you got to be patient there, Ethan, for a second.
Man, this floor is cold.
Is it? Well, don't stand on the floor then.
I am ambidextrous.
Levitate. Come here. So yeah, everybody can see it. Everybody, Ethan, everybody.
That's cool. Volador.
Volador, he's ambidextrous. Volador is ambidextrous. Do you know what ambidextrous means, Ethan?
Yes, you can write with both hands.
Yeah, or you can write with both hands. You can play baseball with both hands. You can catch with both hands.
If everyone won the lottery, I would get a late note.
Yeah. So look, see Ethan. Hi, Ethan.
Hi,
Ethan.
3D Experiments. Hi, Nick. It's like picnic, but Nick.
Do you guys notice those of you that have been watching me stream for a long time? Do you notice how less shy he's getting all the time? Remember when he first came on, how shy he was about being in front of the camera? You're looking at a future YouTuber here for sure, guys.
Hello, Volador again. Hello, Mark. Hold on. Mark
Flanagan, Voyager. Mark's a friend of mine from school days. I've known Mark for 40. Oh gosh.
Yes, I have 3D Experiments.
I've known Mark for over 40 years.
Yes, you can say that.
You're getting big. You are. See, 3D Experiments is one of my original subscribers.
Again.
He's getting big. Yeah, we need to see him do a build. They want to see you do a build.
No.
No.
I don't think I. Whoa!
Careful.
I thought that was solid.
Yeah, no. I got to put a new cover on that. Yeah. But you're welcome to come down and watch me build on any stream. You know that. I
don't know if I could build.
You could. You can do anything you put your mind to. You might want to wait till you're a little older, but you can do anything you put your mind to. Anybody watching right now can tell you that.
I would say
you can do anything you want.
I would say hello, Andrew. Anyways, I would say everyone. I would say I would build at 16. So
at 16, oh.
So in another few years.
Well, you know how you get your hand. You know how you get ready for building, and you get breaking in. Come and touch this hot iron, get a burn, and then that way it'll give you at least a taste of what to expect.
Dad, you already know what happened to my hand with the knife. You know that, right?
Are you gonna tell people on stream that I stabbed you?
He didn't stab me. He didn't stab me.
I kind of stabbed you.
Well, I guess you.
We between the two of us, we stabbed him with a knife when you were what, 6 years old, 5 years old?
Something like that.
Yeah. He tried to steal my cookie, so I stabbed. No, I'm kidding.
No. So I was opening a freezy, and the force was so strong. Like my dad was holding a knife like this, and my hand launched back.
Your hand launched back right into the knife.
Yep.
Now they're all going to report me for child abuse.
Do it with Ethan.
Dwee, do it. They're trying to change my channel name.
Dwee?
Dwee.
Oh.
Instead of Dwit. We do it with Ethan.
Oh.
We're used to seeing blood on your streams.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes I cut myself on my streams, and so they're
Oh.
saying they're used to seeing blood on my streams.
Ouch, Nick says. Andrew Humphrey says,
Oh, there we go.
Are you okay, Ethan? Look a little impaled?
Impaled. You look a little impaled at 3D Canada.
What?
Impaled means that somebody impaled you with a knife.
How do I look?
I don't know how you look impaled. Andrew Humphrey's crazy though. You know, he's probably the craziest one in the stream.
What craziness is that?
I don't know, but
I
hey,
have a
you
question,
come and
Dad.
defend your son, honey.
Oh my gosh. If I come
Mommy
over
doesn't
here-
want to come on.
If I come over here, you can see me more. But if I come over here, you can't see me more.
What do you mean? You can still, everything you see up there is what my viewers are seeing on screen.
I know.
Okay, just be careful. That's very hot over there.
It wouldn't be my
Soldering iron if it didn't burn. It wouldn't be my soldering iron if it didn't burn me. Soldering iron is a whole different tool. It wouldn't be my heat press or my heat insert press if it didn't burn me at one point or another too.
The comments are insane sometimes.
The comments are insane, aren't they? You know?
This is where everything lies.
Yeah. Yeah, they can.
Down anything.
Anything.
But they probably got banned eventually.
Banned?
Yeah.
Why?
Some people have put bad things.
So I switch to this and I tell them that, okay, we've done all these heat inserts. And we go to the
I have a
next
question,
step,
Dad.
which means we're going to put in some funky little
Ball-
couplers.
Ballador, I've been burned by all my soldering iron at some point.
You know, there's one of the cases, soldering, SOLDER. Why is it not called a soldering iron?
It's like iron. It's like island. It should be called Iceland.
Island.
Yeah,
Yep, I agree.
because it's spelled IS.
Yes, exactly. See, we're not the only ones that think that that's all craziness.
Good night.
Okay.
Like, button and subscribe.
Bye. Bye, Ethan. Did I
Dad, are you streaming on my birthday? Please.
No, I can if you'd like me to.
Yes. I want the comments to say.
Oh, I missed the heat inset, but it looks like I
I
did.
want the comments to say happy birthday.
Okay, next Saturday.
It's my birthday.
Next
I'm
Saturday.
9 years old.
Ethan turns 9 next Saturday. He wants me to stream on his birthday. We'll see.
Special stream.
Special stream for a special kid.
Okay.
Okay.
Love the comments. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Okay.
Hi.
Now somehow this goes into this, allowing this. So this is kind of ingenious. They've gotten this other tool where you can put this motor mount in there to allow you easy access to bang that coupler in. So we're going to do 4 of those. Why do I think I'm missing a coupler? Could very well be, but that's okay. I won't need that right now. So we need the hammer again. It's hammer time one more time. And I need my little hammer my hammer helper. Not my hamburger helper, my hammer helper. Who remembers hamburger helper? Are you still down here, Mother? No, she went upstairs. She's too shy to come on camera. We'll get her on camera one of these days. Okay. Okay, let's get this. Make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. I am. Doesn't want to. This hole's very tight for this. Holy cow. And let me switch this camera over again. I got to fix this camera for next week. I got to get some better cameras, period. There we go. Okay. Yes, absolutely, it will be. We once got really sick on hamburger helper, never again. Yeah, I haven't had that thing in years. Not a big fan of it anymore. I'm like that with pizza right now. I don't eat a lot of pizza because I got sick on it one time. There we go. Come on. There we go. Good thing those are meant to be tight, because boy, are they tight. And the next one, putting it in the wrong hole, Tim. Ah, no, I'm not. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. Remove finger from hammer area. Second one. Ah, I pinched. I pinched. No blood, just a pinch. That doesn't count as an injury. Glad you printer my little helper, Tim. Need the pizza equivalent of the cocoa press. Yeah, come on, a pizza press. This little hammer method works really well for me, actually. Here we go, 4 of those. 4 of those done. Again, great little, these are great little helper tools that they've put in with the files where you print these for helping. I mean, these are awesome. They've done a great job with this. Okay, next is we've got those in. Now we're going to put the red. We need install the magnets, making sure they attract each other. Note if magnet is loose, drop of super glue can be used to hold them in. Okay, so making sure that they attract each other. So magnet there and a magnet on that piece. So I need to find this piece, and then we're going to find the magnet. Okay. So we've got the magnets. They are right here. And these are 2 6x3 magnets. These are 6x3 magnets. And the piece we're looking for with the magnet is, let's just move this. I believe it's not in there. It might be one of these parts. Is it an accent color part or is it not? It's that lever. I don't think it's an accent color. So I'm looking for. There they are. There's 2 of them. 1, 2, 3. And oh, look, 4. And look who printed a spare. 5. Always room for spares. Okay, and then our magnets, and they need to attract each other. So we're looking on the motor part right here. And this part right here, I see that's going to kind of go over that like that, and they have to attract each other. So in other words, I want them, yeah. Okay, let's see if we're going to be able to fit this in. Oh, but you should consider buying a used for your DSLR streaming cam. Yes, oh, definitely, Baladar. I would definitely buy used. I've been looking on the marketplaces to find actually a good deal with used too, because new is it's no need to buy new at all for something like that. So, but I agree with you 100%. Okay. So we want them to attract each other. So we want one to go in here, and it's not really a loose fit, but we'll see. And then so we're going to put that one in there, and then we want the other one to go in here. So we'll push that in like so. And that one, I can tell if they're going to be a loose fit because if I just do this and one pulls out, it pulls out. So what I'm going to need to do is put a drop of this crazy glue that I have now. And I want to make sure, they attract each other. Last thing I want to do is glue a magnet in the wrong way. Well, I can get away with gluing one in the wrong way, but not 2. Just a drop of that gel glue. Push that in. We'll push that in. Oops, the glue seeps a little bit. Get it off my fingers very fast because this is really, really, really strong glue. Let that sit for a minute. We'll put those aside, and we'll do the next ones. Yeah, get this glue. If you want a really good glue for gluing plastic, just get this stuff. It is incredible. And yeah, as I think it was Jose said earlier, it is a cyclo cyanochrolite something glue. So this color scheme, you're doing the mesh skirts. I'm doing the regular skirts tuxedo, unfortunately. When I printed the parts, I was sort of printing them hurriedly, and I didn't really take the time to consider the mesh part, the mesh one. But I could upgrade that down the road. Now I've misplaced my magnets already. Where did I put the magnet? Ay, ay, ay. I mean, how can a guy misplace the magnets in a little area like this? They're probably somewhere. They tend to attract things. So who knows where? They were just over right here. Did I take them all out of the bag? Oh, there they are, right here. Just leave this here. We will push this one in. We'll take this next one like that. And I'm just going to use the glue anyways because we probably won't fit perfectly in there. And we don't need much. There we go. And then we will push that magnet in, slide that over, and there we go. So put these to the side. And I don't know if these magnets are like, for instance, this might be this is opposite of this one, opposite polarity, so I've got to keep these together as sets. And that glue is holding already. So we'll keep that together as a set. This one here, keep that together as a set. Let's get this one going. You designed your own dual Y mount, and you can easily push 200 millimeters per second with 20K acceleration on perimeters. Wow, that's good. If you can use Nikon DSLR, let me know. Possibly. I'd have to check the specs of the camera to make sure that you can actually, number one, hook a power source up to it. In other words, usually it's a dummy battery that you would plug into a power source to get consistent power. And number two, it would have to have an HDMI or an USB output. There's that set. Let that sit for a second, and we'll get this last one going here. And again, I've got a spare part we'll just throw aside. I don't know why I print spares, I just do. Just because. I have so much confidence in myself that I like to print spares. Nah, that's an oxymoron. Okay, speaking of morons, no, I'm kidding. Okay, and then the glue in. Glue off the side so I don't glue pieces together. Slide that off. Stick that magnet in and let that dry. This one should be dry enough already. Yep. Okay, that part's there. We'll let that one dry a little bit. Cool. And we'll put the cap back on the glue. Okay, let's have a look. Nikon D5200 has an HDMI and it's from 2013. Possible. I used to have Nikons. The only other key ingredient, if it has an HDMI, that's great. The only other key ingredient needed is that you have to be able to put a dummy battery in and to power the camera. Like I have the Sony A5100, it's got a dummy battery in it so that I never have to worry about the battery running out. Hey, Jason FLT, hello, hello. Okay, let's go back to this and see the next steps. We got the magnets in and they do attract each other. And then now we're putting in, let's see, what are we at? We can go for another 20 minutes or so. We've got those in. My magnets aren't red, though. I want red magnets. I'm going to make sure what side we're coming in from. So it's good to know. So with the M3 by 10 and an MR63 bearing, M3 by 10 and an MR63 bearing. Okay, so let's move back over to this. Okay, and so M3 by 10 I had right over here. M3 by 10 and it's a socket head cap screw. M3 by 15 and M3 by 10 right here, socket head cap screws. And we need the MR63 bearings, which I just saw. They're the small bearings, MR63. These are MR63ZZ. Now, okay, assume those are the same. I think that's going to be it because that's the only small bearing I see. Why they add the ZZ? They just do that to confuse me, and everything is rhyming as you. Okay. So we're going to need 4 of these. Has HDMI and will take a dummy power. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Nikon's a good camera. What sort of a lens? I assume you've got one for sale then, depending on what you're asking. And if it's got a lens, hey, it's all good. Sparta now has box turtle kits in stock. Good to know, Tuckview. So we're going to need 4 of these bearings. There we go. Let's put them as those. Okay, so this is going to come. We're sitting this way. And the bearing is going to go in between here. And the M3 by 10 is going to come inside. Oh, those are tight. Okay, what I got to do is I got to get the 3mm bit. Is it this one? No, I think this is a 3.0. Let's see, where is my little drill? There we are. Not the right size there. So let's pull this out. Is it the 3mm bit I need? This little kit came with a little bit, and I don't know what it was. Let's see, do I have? Hey, it is the 3mm I need to go through there to open that hole up. Yeah, it is. Oops. Matter of fact, I'm just going to grab. Another reason I do spares is because if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to wreck a part, I'd rather wreck one of my spare parts. There we go. If we clean that hole up, just going to make sure of the fit of that screw. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. Although we only want to do the one side because I don't want to enlarge the hole on the one side because we're going to be tapping into that plastic. Okay, so we're going to be careful. Although I should just tap into this plastic too. Let's just do that. I don't want to wreck my my screw holes. Okay, so let's grab this. My blue guy. Just about lost all my zip ties. Here's my blue guy, my blue handle. Here we are. Okay. So we're just tapping into this thread through the bearing and into the other side, and it says screw down until snug, but do not over tighten. So there we are, we're snug. And then that bearing should be freely moving, and it is. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Did I do that on the right side? I did. Do that with all 4 pieces. Okay. And this one here, like so. And here we go. Are you in Canada? If so, what province? I would search on YouTube or Google it, but they aren't allowed to charge you those fees. Okay. Oh, let me give some thought to that, Jack. 35 to 300. Let me give some thought to that. Whereabouts are you anyways? Okay, there's two. Self-sourcing has turned out to be way more expensive. Square 3D didn't have kits in stock, and I didn't want to wait. Yeah, self-sourcing. When I first got into Vorons, I was pretty fortunate because my Vorons have all been sponsored by LDO, and I looked into the self-sourcing before I got involved with actual building and streaming, and yeah, self-sourcing looked like it was going to be a nightmare. And the prices did go up because you're paying all sorts of shipping fees because you're getting shipping fees from several different companies. Here, there's the third one, and one more to go here. And then there's some people that love self-sourcing because they have better control over the parts that they get rather than depending on what comes in a kit. But if you buy a kit from a good reputable company like LDO, you're getting a good kit with good parts. Tuxedo's in Quebec, and it's too late because you already paid. And there's that, and they are spinning freely. Okay, so let me just match these up again. Look at that. 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Let's go back to the display. And so we got that part done. Now we're going to put another bearing, M3x8, and another bearing, and we're going to be putting that in here, screw down until snug, so we don't strip the plastic. Okay, so we're putting a bearing in that little groove inside that little lever, like that. Okay. Okay, so that's these 4 things that I just put back on their respective pieces. So we have the M3x8 again. Is that M3x8? M3x8, yeah. M3x8 are right here, so we need 4 of these. Open. 4 of these. Okay. We're in Florida, Jack. Okay, I have to consider shipping as well in US dollars, so let me give some thought to that. And there's 4 of these bearings left. And I'm going to use all of these. I have a local friend. I got to talk to him too. He used to stream a lot. He doesn't stream so much anymore. So I got to see if he's interested in letting some of his equipment go. Some of you guys know him. Okay, so we're just screwing these ones in like so in this piece of the bearing. Again, threading in the plastic, so we're going to be very careful when we get to the end. Just snug, and we are a little snugger. I'm going to make sure that bearing is going to turn, which it is. So there's one. Okay. And I'm not using my electric driver here. I guess I could for the first little bit, but I do not want to over tighten this. I'll put the right size bit in here. Just until near the end, and then we're just going to use manual power. Oops. Actually use this because I can feel a little better with this. There we go. And we can go a little tighter. Okay. Tim the Tool Man with his tools. And might be a little slow. There we go. There we go. Good. Okay, we got those done. And let's check out the next. Okay, we got those done. And we're going to put in M38 into each side of the trigger as shown, leave about 3.5 millimeters of space between the trigger body and the screw head. 3.5 millimeters of space. Okay. Okay, so that is. Let's switch down to the other view. We've got a little other. We might just finish this one little last step and then call it a night. We'll see. M3 by 8 again. So that's going to require 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to leave about 3.5 millimeters. Hey, let me grab my handy dandy so I can get a visual. Handy dandy LDO Motors ruler. Okay, 3.5 millimeters. Okay, you're not going to believe this. You wouldn't believe this if I told you. I don't know if I can show this on camera too well. But we are, it's hard to, won't focus too well on there. Pretty much exactly 3.5 millimeters on the first go. I'm that good. What can I say? Did you did it by eye? I did. That's scary. Okay, let's see if I can get the other one. So now at least I have a reference as to how far. Okay. Yeah, about there. I know the one on this side looks like it's a little further out. But they said about 3.5 millimeters. About 3.5 millimeters, or as we say in Canada, a boot. We're leaving a boot 3.5 millimeters on each side. That's a boot, right? Okay. 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 Battery? No. And okay. Okay. Next. Well, we're getting into some complicated stuff now. Place gear in 30-tooth tool is shown with lifting down gently an 80 millimeter shaft into the gear until it reaches the bottom of the tool. Make sure to keep the shaft vertical and starting to drive it down. The jig will guide it straight once it's past the gear. That I'm going to assume is okay. That's not the 30 tool. gear. Now, which gear am I using? 32th assembly tool. Helical gear 32 by 4 and an 8mm shaft. Okay, I don't think that's this gear. I think that's the printed gear that we did. That's going to be the printed gear. There's the gear tool. This is the printed gear. And there should be 4 of them. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 of them. But I think we only need 4. I think. I printed 10 for a reason. Maybe we needed 8, but I printed 10. And then the shaft we're talking about is 80mm shaft, which is these guys right here. 80mm shafts. Belladar found a Nikon 5300 body for 350 Canadian on Amazon. Yeah, I've seen these. Okay, so we want the gear. Oh, we want the gear to be down. So look at the pictures properly. So zoom in here a little bit. Looks like the gear. There we go. Okay, the little knurled part of the gear is down. We're going to pound that in until it hits the bottom with the shaft. Okay. So the knurled part of the gear was down. And then this, we want to make sure that we are straight. So hammer time again. Forward. There we go. Okay, I just dropped this. Just an important part. There we go. Okay. There we go. So it looks like we're going to do that 4 times. And I know it's loud. Don't blame me. Don't shoot the, what do they call it? Don't shoot the messenger. Start straight. Okay. There's the second one. They look pretty much exactly the same. Well, they better be, or there's something wrong here. Okay. Three. Ooh, that's loud. You can't pound, only gram. Okay, we're going to gram these down. There we go. Okay. They look like we did good. We look like we did good. I did good, Pa. Oh. Okay, let's go see what's next. Oh, this one. Okay. Slide the spacer over the long side of the shaft until it contacts the 30-tooth gear. Fair enough. Oh, then we're getting into fun stuff. Oh, okay, we may wind down here soon, but let's just see. Let's go back to this camera right here. Let's see, no, again, we're going to go down. There we go. Okay, so we want these things right here. 1. How many of these did I print? 2, 3, 4, and I did 5. Oh, 6. I did 2 spares of those. So we want to slide that down the long part of the gear shaft, slide down the long part of the shaft, slide down the long part of the shaft, and down the long part of the shaft. Some of them are looser than the others. Here we go. Like that. Let's see what this says. That's okay. So we have these funky looking things like that. Either these are all spares that I did, or we're going to be using them somewhere else. But who knows? Let's see what goes on. There we go. Well, I'm gonna let's oh, we still have 42 people watching. Let's move on. Let's do a couple more things here. Let's go ahead and we'll go for another 10 minutes or so. Okay. Okay. Before installing your N20 motors, ensure your wires are the correct length. What? Be sure your wires are the correct length. Place the N20 motor into the jig as shown. Okay, where's that jig? There's an N20 motor jig here somewhere. Let's have a look here. There it is right there. Okay. Right there. So there's the little jig. There's the N20 motor jig. ET, it says on the side, and I believe I'm going to zoom in over here. Zoom in. ET, there we go. Okay, so let's grab one of the motors. These are the N20 motors right here. They are taped shut. Okay. Okay. I'll be sure, and it says, be sure your wires are the correct length. Well, I'm going to make the assumption that this kit has the wires in the correct length because they are all wired up. So I'm going to make that assumption, and I know sometimes when you assume things, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then this gets placed in there. I'm just going to look at the orientation of this. I don't think it matters. I think it's the same both ways. We put that in the. That's a tight fit in the jig. There it goes. There we are. That snapped into the jig. Or did it? Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. With the motor shaft and push it until the gear reaches the face of the jig. Align the D cutout with the motor shaft, which is what we did. Okay. Fit of the gear should be snug but not require a lot of force to push it on. Using too much force can damage the gearbox of the N20 motor. Important, please ensure that there are no debris from the manufacturing process in the N20 gearbox. You may want to flush it with IPA or a similar solvent. So these are the 15-tooth gear assemblies that we're looking at. These little guys right here. These little ones. They have a flat on them. And we have to, again, I think they're talking about the delicate gears inside here. Hey, Dan, how are you, sir? This is turning pretty freely, and these look very clean inside, so I'm not going to bother flushing them. I'm going to trust that they're good the way they are. I got to push that in a little further. There we go. Now this, I don't know if I don't want to hammer this because it's so delicate, but let's see if I can get this pushed on. Oh, this is tough. It says, line the D cutout with the motor shaft and push until the gear reaches the face of the jig. Let's see what the next picture says. I think, okay, so, okay, there's the top. D. Oh, there we go. Got it started. Okay, and then I'm going to push. That's tough. Should be snug. Require a lot of force to push it on. Using too much force can damage the gearbox. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is this is where these kind of tools come in handy because I can adjust this. But I'm going to go very gently and There we go. Because that will allow that to push that on. Now, until the gear reaches the face of the gear. Okay, so the gear body. That's got to be about right there. There's that little gap. I don't about this bottom. I don't know if I want to push that in any further. I think that might work. We're still turning fine here. Maybe it's going to go on that little bit more. I don't think I want to push it on anymore so it extends. I think that's good. Okay, so we'll do that with the other ones. Let's pop this out. Oh, that's in there very snug. I do not want to pull on the wires. I had to push it pretty snug to get it into this jig. A bit delicate here. Trying to think of the best way to do it. Here, lube. Yeah, actually, it might not have been a bad idea. Let me just try something here. Oh, it's coming out. That's just hard on the fingers. That's all. Get this out of here. There we are. Got it. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's just tough. That's a tight fit for there. Well, I think I see why. I got a little bit of right in the corners of the jig. I think if I just cut them out a little bit. Oh, just to see if I can clean this up in here a little bit to get this done. That one. And that one. I'm not worried about it being too loose in here because it's just for getting the shaft down the right length, getting the gear down the right length on that shaft. Okay, let's see what this does. Let's take another motor out here. Let's see if this is any better. Oh yeah, that went in easier. Okay, perfect. And another gear. I know you're in here. There you are. Okay. We're going to line up the D with the shaft with the D with the gear and get that started. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to use our little channel pliers and give it a little squeeze. There we go. Got that one done. Okay, this should pop out a little easier than the last time. There we go. There's two. Okay. And three. Okay. That one went on nice. That went on very nice. And one more. See, they get easier as you go. I don't know whether it's a confidence thing or just it's a matter of finding a good method. A little bit of both, I'd say. Okay, and that one. There we go. Perfect. Pop that out. There we go. And those are on there nicely. Right there. Okay. Whew. And the spare gear, of course. The spares. Actually, I have 3 of those spare. So I think, let's see. Yeah, we're getting. I think what we're going to do is call it I think we're going to call it. That's good. We did 2.5 hours, and we got a fair bit done. It looks like we're going to get in some LEDs and getting a lot of this put together next week. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to call it quits for now. Let me match these up. Opposite track. Know that? I kind of see where that's coming from. Those little wheels go together, and that's basically like a little switch thing that's going to tell when it's got filament coming into it or not. Kind of all making sense now when you see it all sort of come together. There we go. Okay, well, making good progress. Absolutely. Second me if I was cloned. What would you call the second? What would I call? Andrew, I couldn't handle the second one of you if you were cloned. Are you crazy? Oh man, press it square. Yeah, I made sure that these were all being pressed on nice and even. And they all look they're exactly the same depth, and hopefully they're on there far enough. I think they are. But we'll find out. And again, it can always be adjusted a little bit. I wouldn't want to have a spare you. No way. No way. I'm sorry. Can't handle one of you, let alone 2 of you. So, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you guys. We'll continue. We'll pick back up on this next week. We've got quite a bit done tonight, actually. Yeah, more than I thought I'd get done tonight. That was great. So I want to thank everybody. Congratulations again to who won the filament? It was Ryan Thorpe. Congratulations to Ryan Thorpe for winning the filament. We will be in touch with you tomorrow with the information you need to claim your filament, and we'll see you guys in a week. We'll see you guys next week. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Bye. Talk to you guys next week. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Polymaker, for making that giveaway possible, and thank you, LDO, for providing this turtle kit for me to be building live on this stream. So, until next week, we'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.